Right, that's like comfortable here. Could be here a while. Let's get my squash out of the way. Whenever I take a week off from posting, it always feels like it's been about 5 years. But last week was the Easter break and we went away with family a little bit later than expected, as always, because our family is just plagued with toddler shared bugs and illnesses. Have I had neurovirus again since we last spoke? Yes I have. But it was really lovely to like switch off, be with Ralph, like have some nice quality time together as a family. And we're back, and we came back to the windows being in the kitchen renovation extension thing, which was so exciting. Definitely make sure you're following me on Instagram. It's all saved in my renovation highlight there, and there will be a renovation update in a couple of videos time, because yeah, it feels like we're getting somewhere. We're nearing the end is in sight. It is so exciting. But today I thought I would do a Q1 review. Mark laughed when I told him I was doing this morning. It sounds so official, but I've had a few DMs to be like, can you reflect on your Notion template and your like goals for the year and this hard reset that I've done, and just see where we're at. If you missed my original video on Notion and my template for the year, and how this year, instead of planning for the whole year, I thought I would plan quarterly instead, which I would say, like, we haven't, got to the meat of the video yet, but I would say has gone pretty well so far. I will link that video in the corner for you, and that gives you a look at my whole Notion template, which we're going to be diving into today. But yeah, I just thought I would talk about it and basically talk through my 3 main goals, where I got to with those, how my Notion template is working out for me, and also my goals for Q2. Ooh, so official. Firstly, let's dig into the Notion template and just see where we're at with that. Okay, so this is my main Notion dashboard. I spoke through it before, so I won't go into it too much detail here. But I would say the to-do list section is working pretty well. I can put bigger tasks on there, smaller tasks on there, and then whenever I'm done with them, I just click on this and delete it, which is just a really easy way. It's definitely working well as a bit of a brain dump area that I can just put like bits and bobs that I need to do, take them out of my brain, put them on here, and I do find that they get done. These ones, book accommodation and flights to Copenhagen. I would love to go to Copenhagen Fashion Week in August. However, childcare wise, I don't think it's going to work out, because I have a feeling that my parents have plans. So possibly might not happen, but I'm putting it there just in case. But yeah, I do find that is working really well. The weekly workout section I'm really enjoying. We will have a chat about like my hard reset and like my little wellness thing that I did in Q1 and what I'm going to do differently in Q2. But I would say this works well. I don't necessarily follow it to the T every day, every week. I mean, as we know, I am ill every 2 weeks currently. So things get derailed from time to time, but it is nice to have a bit of a plan, a bit of a focus there. I can always move things around if I'm just feeling a different workout on like a different day. I'm not like set in stone, these are 100% the workouts that I'm going to do, but it is quite nice to have a plan. So yeah, I feel like that has been working really well. And then this little daily habits section in the corner, I'd say I'm not 100% at keeping this up to date. Especially because like last week we were away, the week before that I was ill, the week before that I was well, but then the week before that I had tonsillitis. You know what I mean? Like sometimes that doesn't always get 100% kept up to date, but it is really nice to have there. And I do find that just keeping these 4 things, I think previously I had 6. I think I had some kind of beauty, like self-care moment as a tick box. And also, what was the other thing? Oh, journaling. Haven't been journaling, but that's mainly because I feel like I'm in quite a good place mental health wise. Journaling really helps me when I'm feeling a bit more muddled and I'm sort of struggling with that. That really helped. But I was just like, you know what? I'm kind of cool at the moment. I know that it's there. I know that I can go back to it if I need to, but I feel like these 4, eating whole foods, like boring, but I do feel so much better for it. Some kind of daily movement. Daily supplements, I've changed these up a bit actually. I've now got an Athletic Green subscription. It just was plaguing me on Instagram. I had like 1 too many Instagram ads and I was like, you know what? This sounds like a good little all-in-one. It's got like probiotics, prebiotics and all kind of like, it was like gut friendly, immunity boosting. I was like, yeah, this sounds like exactly what I need right now. Does it taste great? It tastes a little bit pineapple-y. I can get it down. I wouldn't say it's like really majorly enjoyable, but it's good enough. I'll keep you updated on that. And then the wearing app, I have kept up with this and I'm so proud of myself just because I love having the data. So I've got like fully from January the 1st all the way up until now, every day up to date in there with what I've been wearing. So that is really cool. Wearing, I've actually just brought out a new update, which has some really like cool features on it where you can sort your clothing from least worn to most worn and things like that. So I feel like I'll be able to get even more use out of the app and hopefully even more use out of my wardrobe. But the main thing I wanted to get into today was the goals section. So I'm gonna head in that and I'll tell you where I got to. So I had 3 goals for the beginning of the year. 2 were personal and 1 was a family goal. Let's talk about the family goal first, travel more as a family. Number 1 was booking a trip with Mark's family, which we actually did and we just went on, so tick. Number 2, booking a summer holiday abroad with the family. Haven't done that, but I have booked in something later on in the year with my family. So we've been away with my family, we've been away with Mark's family, so that's really nice. Booking a holiday in the summer, just me and Mark, done. Done. We're so excited for going to one of our favourite places, literally for a few nights. But I cannot wait to get some vitamin D on my bones and just like eat some good food, go to bed really early, and just like swim in a pool. Oh my God, gonna be so nice. Book in a short city break type trip with Ralph. I haven't done this, however, our trip that we just did was a 6-hour car journey, like door to door. And previously, car journeys for toddlers, like interesting. However, it went really well and I think that has given us a lot more confidence to book something like this in. I feel like it might be a little bit last minute, but yeah, I feel excited about that one, like definitely something I still want to do. And then booking a short holiday break in Feb. We did that. We went to Elmley Nature Reserve, like if you saw the shepherd huts on my Instagram stories, that was so nice. And Mark and I enjoyed it so much, we actually rebooked it again for the end of the year. I feel like we've basically got our travel for the year planned, and that involves some trips with my family, obviously the one with Mark's family, and then also a few short weekend breaks, just me and Mark, because that is when the battery gets recharged, you know? That just makes me feel like me, makes me feel so good, and me and Mark just had a really nice time together. So really, actually quite happy with that. There's some things we haven't done. We haven't booked the summer holiday abroad. We haven't booked the city break. But if they don't happen this year, that's totally fine. Budget-wise, we've obviously got other things we're spending money on in our life right now, aka the extension. So I'm quite happy with what we've got booked. Any little additional extras we can add in if we have budget left over. But if not, I'm happy to park those things till next year, like we've got enough on. So really happy with that one. Let's talk about the one that didn't go as well, which was start a craft as a hobby. Watching YouTube videos and learning to crochet. Did that, definitely did that. I went to a knitting shop and I bought the wool. I did that again. Making a pattern for my crochet cardigan. I did that. Setting time aside probably in the evenings to do it. I did that for about 3 weeks and then try my best to chip away at it every day. Yeah, I think I ended up making, the idea was I wanted to make a cardigan made out of squares. So ultimately I would just like make a load of squares and then at the end put it together and it would make this really cool patchwork cardigan. I think I made maybe 8 squares and they were all like differing sizes. Some of them were really good. Some of them were like a little bit loose. Some of them were a little bit too tight. I don't know. I feel like I didn't really find my flow and I felt like just doing the square, I found it a bit boring. So my question to you is, do you have any easy to follow crochet patterns that aren't necessarily squares? Like, I mean, how cool would it be to make a jumper like this? Do you know what I mean? Like that would be so awesome. But I think I'm gonna switch this one up for Q2 and try and book in to a local pottery class. I still like the idea of doing something with my hands, doing something that forces me to put my phone away, doing something that I can do a little bit more socially as well, like go with my mum, go with a friend, meet people there. I feel like that is probably what I'm going to give a go for Q2 and just like book that in. Like that'll be a class that I have to go to like once a week, and I think that'll be a really nice thing to do, especially in the summer evenings. Like I think that'd just be really lovely. So I think I'm gonna switch this one up for Q2 into that. I think the travel more as a family one I'm gonna like get rid of, because I don't think we need to book anything else this year, and I'm quite happy for that one to be sort of ticked off. We're pretty chuffed with that. Start craft as a hobby. I'm going to switch to join a pottery class, so I will do that. And then the main one was do a hard reset for January. I thought I would achieve this goal by prioritizing my daily habits list on Notion over all other tasks. That's the little like tick boxes on the side, by making sure I always have healthy food options on hand, by tag teaming with Mark to make sure I have time in my day to work out, by showing up even if it's half-assed is better than nothing, and then by doing the bulk of my hardcore workouts when Ralph is in childcare. You know what? I did it. I did this not only for January, but until kind of the end of March. I'd say I got a neurovirus bug just before the end of March, and that definitely like obviously messed me up for workouts. Like, you cannot work out when you're throwing up, like that is just utter madness. And also food wise, I'd had a really healthy, wholesome day of food, and then I throw it all up, which just puts you off of everything that you've eaten. And so I've kind of had to, I've like struggled a bit to find what other foods I could eat that like easy my day. I'd had like avocado and egg on toast, you know, like yogurt and berries in the morning. So I've struggled to find foods to replace those, if you know what I mean. You know when you've like been ill and you just don't fancy eating those things again. Whenever I'm ill, I just want to eat ready sorted Walker's crisps. So there were definitely a few days where there were crisp days, but that's fine. That was what my body needed in that moment. But I'm so bloody proud of myself. I have never been able to achieve this before for like this length of time, and also be able to get back into it. Like, just knowing you don't have to like wait till a Monday, you don't have to wait till the end of the day, you can actually just get back into it at any point. And yeah, I've been so proud of myself with this one. I actually made some notes because someone was like, what does this hard reset entail? Like, how did you do this? And I'm kind of like, not what were your rules necessarily, it's not really like rules, but just what was the framework that I was working towards. So there were three main things, and that was basically doing a 20-minute workout, either Pilates, Peloton, spin, or strength, most days. Like, not every single day. I've gone back through my Apple Watch and I averaged about 5 workouts a week, and I made this a priority in my day. Like, I really was like, right, no, like this is the priority. Everything else is second priority, third priority, fourth priority. Like, this is the main thing that I have to get done this day. And I have found that doing it first thing in the morning means that I get it done. If I leave it till the evening, like, I'm just not an evening workout person these days. I find it best either Ralph is in childcare, so we sort that out, and then I'm like, right, okay, gonna get my workout done, or I'll get like Ralph up and ready for the day, sort out his breakfast, leave him with Mark whilst I do like a 20-minute workout in the other room, come back in, have my breakfast. But getting it done first thing in the morning is definitely the trick for me. It's just like when I actually have time to fit it in. I've written do a routine, but go with the flow as to what I feel like doing on the day / my hair washing routine. You know, like if you know, it's all about the hair wash routine. Like, I cannot do a spin session and not wash my hair. Like, that just doesn't work for me. So although at the beginning of the week I try and sit down and go through my Notion template and add all of those workouts in, if I wake up and I'm like, I just fancy doing like something stretchy, or if I'm really in the mood to do a spin session today, I will just do what I fancy. The second thing was focusing on finding high protein, easy meals for breakfast and lunch. For dinner, we just have a Gusto box, so I don't really have to like think about that. But for breakfast and lunch, that is something that historically me and Mark are really bad at, making sure that we have things in the house, that we're actually bothered to make things. But I've just found a few things that work for me, and I just kind of make those on repeat. So for breakfast, it's all like yogurt, like some kind of high protein with lots of seeds in, granola with like strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, that kind of thing. Then I was sick, so now I make a smoothie that's got kefir. I'm really trying with all like the gut-friendly foods. It's like kefir, frozen blueberries, oats, milk, a bit of water, some protein powder. I think it's got flaxseed, chia seed, and a bit of peanut butter in. And I'm like, this is delicious. That is what I'm currently loving. And then for lunch, I'd do something like avocado on toast with an egg, or I was making, this was really good actually. This was like a phase that I went through. A bagel with, what was in the middle? A hard-boiled egg, like cut in half, and then like tomato and lettuce and avocado, and sometimes I'll throw a bit like feta or cheese in there. Oh no, I do on one side cream cheese, on the other side chili jam. Oh, delicious. But my main aim was to try and eat some kind of fruit or veg with every single meal, because if you're anything like me, I previously could go like all the way till dinner without having a single vegetable, a single fruit. So whenever I'm trying to think of something for breakfast or dinner, I'm like, all right, that had blueberries in my breakfast, and then for lunch it had like tomatoes and lettuce, avocado. But as someone who would previously just eat like crisps for lunch and just not particularly nourish my body with the rainbow of foods available to me, this has been like really huge. Also making healthier choices when it came to snacks, like, oh, so boring, but I have like RX bars, or like apple dipped in peanut butter, or like dates with peanut butter. Like, these are all still very tasty things that I look forward to and enjoy eating, but just like not necessarily dipping into chocolate butters all day, every day. I still love chocolate buttons. I definitely still eat chocolate buttons. I will always eat chocolate buttons, but just trying to have more things in the fridge, in the freezer, in our drawers that are just like easy to grab. We've actually been super good at that, and I think that's massively helped. But the biggest thing, this is my final note, I didn't aim for perfection. And I think previously, whenever I'd done like a bit of a health kick, I was like, right, okay, I'm gonna just have this week where I like work out every day and I eat nothing but whole foods and wholesome, nourishing foods all day. And it's like, actually, isn't it amazing if you do that for like 5 days, and then the other 2 days you just like do what you want and like be a little bit free and easy. And also before I'd be like, oh, well, it's Tuesday and I've messed it up now, so I'm gonna have to wait till next Monday. Till I like pick it up again. I've now just realized, I'm like, you know what? I could pick it up now. Like right this second, I could go for a walk around the block, pick up some nice food on the way, pick up a nice lunch. It's all about having that balance. And that is previously what my brain struggled to compute. Whereas now I feel like I've really worked on encouraging that and fostering that and like not aiming for perfection. But yeah, I am super proud of myself for moving, nourishing my body, looking after it. And one day it might repay me by not getting every toddler bug under the sun. Ultimately, I'd really love to keep that goal. I think that's a goal that I would love to continue to do throughout Q2. Like, let's see where we're at. I just feel stronger and like I've got more energy. I can be more focused, like mentally and physically, just in a very good place. And I definitely think that is from, I don't know, like actually eating an apple in the day, you know? Right, so for the next 3 months, I have 2 main aims, which is to continue. I mean, it's not a hard reset now. Now it's just like, I feel like the reset is complete. Now it's just finding a way to really create those like habits that become routines, and then it's just like part of the day you're doing it without even thinking. That's what I would love for like the wellness parts of my goal. And then I think the other goal is to join a pottery workshop. I just think that'd be like a really nice thing to do. Any questions, pop them down below, and I will see you next week with a brand new video. But I hope you had a lovely time. I hope you had a great Easter break for those of you who celebrate it, and we are back. I will see you soon. Bye.